Well, hello friends. Today we are going to work on the PS utility in Serenity because it's something that has been there since very early on. I made this little process table dumper, and this is the only output that it's really capable of producing. And as the process table grows in the system, it's starting to become a little bit annoying when you're trying to use this for something. For example, if you wanted to catch a process that you have running, then you have to do this, and then you have to like scan for it manually here and until you see it. And it would be nice if we could, I don't know, like make it a little bit more like configurable, I guess. Like PS is here on Linux, for example, where I can just doing PS will just show me the stuff that's on this current terminal, and then I have PS-E will show every process. And things like that. So I think we'll start with just doing, maybe PS should do only the current terminal processes, and then we'll do PS-E to add a way to get every process, and then we can do -F to get like a full width format, and we'll do a reduced format for just PS, something like that. I don't know. We'll just get started. So this is ps.cpp. So as you can see, it's very, very simple. Although it does have some neat stuff here. You can see that it actually pledges standard IO and RPath, and then it unveils these two files only. And then after that, it's very limited in what it can do. So just this nice stuff. I really like going into this random command line utilities and finding these pledge and unveil calls. There's something cozy about it. Anyway, so let's see what we're going to do. So here, what we get for just PS is PID, TTY, time, and the command. And what do we get with -F? This is like the full format, I guess. Of course, there are way fuller formats where you can get way more columns and stuff. But I think we don't have to do all of these right now. This one here would be interesting to have. So we'll start with this type of thing. So I guess one thing is that we want to produce columns, right? That's something that we want here. So when we have -E, then we have these columns, and they are either left aligned or right aligned. Like the numbers are right aligned. And then they have a width. So we could do something like that. We'll just declare some stuff here. So struct column. Let's see, there's a title of the column, and there is an alignment, I guess. You can call it bool. Left. Oh no. Let's be good boys here. Alignment left. Okay. And we'll also do a width. Like that. Okay. And then, just something to start out with, we'll say, I guess we'll need an args parser here, because we need to parse the arguments. We haven't been doing that apparently, which makes sense because we didn't care about the arguments before. Let's see if I can use this without peeking at an existing thingy. Let's see, every process flag. Full format flag. Add option. All right, let's do this. Every process flag. Show every process. Don't need a long name. And -E for that. Okay. Man, I'm pretty happy with this API where it's going, because it was very cumbersome to use before, but it just with some small tweaks, Sergey was able to make args parser really quite nice. Full format, yeah, let's do something like that. So kudos to Sergey for that. I'm always trying to be good about like calling out when someone else makes something really nice, because I find it's very important to acknowledge that other people work on the system too. It's not just me, even though of course I do more stuff than other people. That doesn't mean that there isn't like a lot of cool stuff coming from other people. No one is quite as into it as I am yet. We'll see. But yeah, anyways. So now if we process flag, oh no, let's ignore that one for now, full format flag. Then what we want is a vector of columns, right? Columns append, and then here we'll add, what are we gonna add? PID. Oh, let's just take what they had here, and we can start with that. UID, PID. User ID, process ID. User ID. Oh wait, hold on, I'm doing this wrong. Alignment right. Or no, it's this. It's left, because we show names. We can show names too. Okay, and then the width, I don't know, what do they use here? Something like 8. It's pretty reasonable. I think we can do that too. And then process ID, alignment right. That width is more like 5, I would say. So it's a bit tighter. And then we do ppid as well. And let's see. I don't know what this is, so we'll just ignore it. I guess this is the start time. We can ignore that too. Instead, we'll do like a state. So state. And for state, I don't know, 12 characters? I feel like state is quite long. I don't recall all of them. We'll see. And then we'll do the TTY. This is, I don't know, this is not perfect the way we're setting this up. I can tell already, but we'll keep going and then we'll see what we come up with. So TTY is something like 6. And let's just do the command. So command left 0 for all the remaining space. Else, otherwise we'll just do pid tty and command. Okay, so here what we want to do now is we want to have something like that keeps track of which column is which. So we'll do something like this. Like int UID column is pid column, ppid column. I don't know. Oops. Command column. Okay. And then we'll do UID column is add column. Okay. And then add column will be our little helper for this. This will be better because then we can keep track of which column is which. Title, auto alignment, and auto width. Okay. And then we return the index of what we just appended. Cool. And this will be a size t. Okay. I don't know. It's a little goofy, but it's okay, I think. We just want to make sure that we have a reasonably extensible way to add things. So, my brain is just coming up with like 1,000 ways to write this in a way shorter way, but I think we're not going to waste more time on this now. So let's just move forward. Okay, so now we will print the headers, I guess. So for auto column in columns. Okay. Then we do printf and dot, oh shit, what's this thing? Star, is it? Oh, I forget how you do the width specifier. I think it's star. S like that. And a space after. Is that how you do it? And then we say column dot title dot characters column. The width comes first. Column width else printf. Okay, I gotta cheat. I gotta look at printf to see what it does with star. Yeah, it's the field width comes after. Okay. Okay, let's just see what that would look like. Because now we're just gonna get the columns, but we're not gonna get everything else correctly. Oh, these are set but not used. Jeez. Okay, fine. We'll just keep going then. And we can go state times. Okay. So now we're iterating across all of the processes. So we will go into each column. And then we will do what we were doing up here. So let's see. Or actually, this is not what we're going to do. We're going to do this. If UID column is not -1, then, and then we'll have to store the current thing here, data or something. Call it like buffer. So columns, UID column, buffer, string format. I guess we can just start with the number. Okay. And then we'll have the TTY and the state. And we'll lose that and that. And I guess command also, which would be proc.name. So we don't have the arguments available to us here. I don't know if it's something that we should fix, but it's a little bit outside of the scope of what we're doing right now. Okay, so now that we've filled in these columns, we can iterate across them. We can also let's just get rid of the old stuff. We don't need it. Okay, and then if it's the same logic as here, really. And then at the end of each line, we'll do a new line. Okay. And then column dot buffer. Oh, you're expecting an int for the width? I guess we can live with that. And oh, missing the buffer initializer. I'm sorry. There we go. So let's see how this looks. Okay, so we're still seeing every process, but this is the base format, and then if we do -f, we get a wider format. Notice how the alignment is not working right. Because we totally forgot to take that into account. Alignment. Where are you, alignment? I guess here. If column width, then we'll say, we can do this first. Continue. If column alignment right, then do this, else do, wait, like that? Is that it? Wait, what's the trick to doing this? Printf implementation. How do we get left align? Left pad. That's the dash, right? But you can't put the dash here. I guess the dash goes here. All right. Oh, I forgot to do the same for the other guy downstairs. So. Okay, now we're starting to see some interesting stuff here. And PID is indeed right aligned here, so that makes sense. User ID, we should put the names. I like seeing the state, although we could put state as the column title. It's a bit weird. Let's just put ST. All right. Then let's get the names. So why are we even, I think we already have the name actually available to us. So we could actually just do proc.username, yeah. Because username, that will fall back to the UID in numeric format if there is no username available for that UID. But if we have a username, then we'll show it. So this is actually kind of a nice output. PS, of course, let's fix that every thingy. What do they say about this? Every process on the system. So I think this is like everything on this TTY. I'm sure that this is specified somewhere. I just never really looked into it. So we're just kind of going off of whatever my Linux machine is doing, and then we'll build on top of that as we think of things that are nice. Every process. So if we don't have every process, then we should skip over these guys. Let's figure out what the current TTY is then. So in order to do that, we're going to need to call TTY name, which requires the TTY promise. So we got to pledge TTY. But string TTY name is this TTY is TTY name. Stdin file name. All right. Maybe std out actually. Or std out is a bit weird because then if you are like pointing it to something, if you're doing like ps foo, then that file descriptor would not be a TTY, so that would not work. So we probably want to stand it in. What happens if you do this? I don't know. Still works. All right, well, whatever, we'll do it this way. This TTY, and then we can actually drop the TTY pledge right after, like a good boy. Okay. And then if TTY is not, or if not every process flag, and TTY is not this TTY, continue. Nice and expressive. Right, look at that. Now PS just tells us what's on this TTY. This looks downright nice, doesn't it? I'm really digging this. So it's kind of similar, but we have our own flavor because we show the state, which I find particularly interesting because I'm always wondering, like, well, what are the processes doing, right? And then you can see all the processes like this, and with EF you get this very respectable output. And of course, if you wanted more, you could always go and look in proc all, right? Because everything is in there if you wanted more stuff. But I mean, we should make PS more capable so that you can do format strings and stuff. But I do think that this is an improvement. And this will be nice together with job control, which we don't actually have yet, although it's something that we should be having. So you can see like what's going on the current TTY. You know, if you start a job like sleep 10 and then you sleep it and then you run PS, you can see that, or you stop it. You don't sleep it, you stop it. You can see that sleep is running on the same TTY here. That'd be cool. If I run sleep 10 and press Ctrl Z, then this terminal is now beyond redemption. And that's an entirely different problem. Maybe I can fix it actually. Kill all -9 sleep. Does that work? No, it does not work. Okay. You don't have to solve that right now. So I guess I'm pretty happy with these changes for a start. This was probably not the most expressive way of doing this. But I don't really know what would be a nicer way right now. At least nothing that seems worth digging into. But I guess we can do something like print column, and column.title, and then we'll put this in a helper. Because then we don't have to do this twice. I did find that a little bit distasteful that we were doing this whole thing twice. Print column, and column.buffer. Okay, that's a nice little simplification there. Yes, okay, I like it. I think maybe that's good enough for today. So let's see. PS. Add some options and slim down the default output style. Following options are now available. Every process. Show every process, not just ones on your TTY. Instead of the short format. We should definitely make this more configurable, or more options and formats. I just wanted to get started on, or get away from the static single style output. Okay. Cool. So I think this is going to be it for today's video. I just wanted to do a really chill one because it's a little bit stressful around here today. So thanks everyone for hanging out. I hope you saw something interesting, and it's nice how well things are going with the system. So let's just keep going and see where it takes us. See you next time. Bye.